Yeah, the name's back.
Right, yo, YouTube. Just gonna do a video. Pardon me. Gonna do a video showing you how to use Wondershare video editor. Now, I use it all the time. I've tried other ones. I've tried Sony Vegas. I don't know. I've tried lots, but for what I need, it works perfectly for me. Anyway, so I always use when you open it up, you'll come to this window. 16.9 or 4.3. Always 16.9. Easy mode. Waste of time. It's rubbish. This is what we're going for. 16.9. 16 by 9. Sorry. And full feature mode. Right. Right, so I'm going to start this off as brand new. As if I've just... In fact, I'll delete everything that's in here. Right. Simply grab it, collect it, right click on button and delete. That's everything gone. So now this is like pardon me, this is like what you're going to get when you first open it up. So you're going to get your video bar for adding things, which can you see when I go onto that there, when I click onto that, you can extend that so that you've got, say you're doing short clips, you can extend it so you can get to exact point, that's because that is now 0.0005 of a second from there to there, so you can check audio and everything. But let me go back to beginning. Right, when you first open it up, Wondershare video editor, see this little arrow here goes down, you're going to get extra features. Right, so as soon as you open this, before you do anything, go to this little arrow here for download and install all these extra features. So once you've installed these extra features, just click on this question mark and check for updates, just to make sure you've got the latest version. Right, so click on check for updates. Your current version is the latest version, so I'm now using the latest version. So let's go through a few things. Import, record, user album, all, and this thing here. So we'll start at top corner and we'll work across. Import. So that opens up then into your PC thing with all your files and everything in. So if you now want to import, say you've got an external SD card attached or your iPhone or something like that, and you want to put them files into this movie editing system. Right, so you got this here SD card. This is an SD card, so it could be a iPhone, it could be a GoPro camera, it could be all. So if you want to import them, you don't have to import them to your computer first. You just click on that device, go into whatever it is, and then just import it from there. At the minute there's no on that SD card, it's a blank SD card, but if they were out on it, click onto that, go onto that, then the file will come up there, so you press that file, then you press open, and then it would turn up in here. But as soon as I enter, I'll just do it, I'll pick just a couple of videos, and we'll import them 3. So now we've got some videos to work with. So that's for import. Press that record, and now it's recording from my web camera, and it's not recording yet, sorry. You need to press this button here for it to record, but you can record what you're saying and what you're doing through your web camera straight to this, and then it'll come up in a file there. So let's just record a little bit. Hello, bloody blah, bloody blah, tits bollocks ass tits bollocks. Right, stop that. So now that file then has now appeared there. So then you can drag, I'm going to delete that one because I don't need it. Right, so that's record, user albums. Right, user albums is what videos you've imported to this. So every time you import a video, it comes up here. It is in the folder user albums, but there's also a few other folders. If you look here, there's a sample color. So you can just have a plain colour. Do you get me? Because what you do is you drag them down to in your timeline. 1 second. 1 second. Let me stretch this timeline back again. See, that's what you do. You just stretch that timeline back, and then it fits in, and that's 5 seconds. That there is 5 seconds. So, like I said before, you can stretch that 5 seconds out, and that's 0.5 of a second, 0.1 of a second, 0.15 of a second, which we'll come across later, which is brilliant for doing audio. But then if you've put something into it, if you've dragged something down here and you decide you don't want it down there anymore, you just right click on it, delete, right click on it, delete, right click on it, and then left click for delete, obviously. So that's your sample colours. And also there's some sample videos. Your sample videos are, well, you don't even need to drag them down to there. If you want to check what they do without having to drag them down onto your timeline, you just click on it with your left click mouse button and then just click on play, and it will show you exactly what the sample video is. So that's just a countdown video. They're all just sample countdown videos, but you can use them to start your videos off, things like you can write up at top of them, which we'll cover later. But yeah, that's as far as that goes. So you've got your user albums with videos that you import yourself. You've got your recording feature, which will record from your webcam straight into this program instead of it going into your computer, then into your, and then you having to upload it through your import button. And so that's about it for that. So we've got as far as this, which is just, this is just how it sorts your videos that you got in here. They're either sorted by name, sorted by duration, or sorted by type, like your pictures or videos or audio. You know what I mean? Because you can import audio files, you can import video files, you can import picture files. So that's that. So that, we know what that button is. That's your media, where you import things. Your next one is your text. So you've got so many different kinds of text that you can use. Fading in, pardon me, fading in, like so. If you want to try one before you put it to your timeline, just left click on your mouse and then just press play, and it'll come up. That's, it's fades in, fades out. This one, click on that to try it, zoom in, and then fade. Oh, sorry, zoom in further and fade. But they tell you what they do underneath, so you can have a look at them. But we'll come back to this. I'm just going to go through everything first, and then we'll go back to each thing. So you've got all your different. This one's a nice one. This one, a long time. This one, yeah, right. So a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. It's a bit like Star Warsy thing. So next one is, the next box is effects. So you can change the effects of things, which by that what I mean is, for me to show you this, I could do it like this, but it don't really give a great view on it. So what I need to do, I'll go back to media, I'll import a file by just dragging it down like that, and then I'll go to effects, and I'll put that effect on it, and I can stretch the effect. Some effects you can stretch and some you can't. Some you can stretch all the way across. Most of them you can, to be honest. So this effect now,
I'm just going to ask him if he's still messing with kids.
well,
Yeah, you know, just fucking ask him.
well,
Because
so
he
that's that
denied.
effect. So then if you want to change that effect, you just right click on it, delete it, and drag another effect down and try that.
What I did, you
This one was give it a bit
I
bright
think
light over there or something, innit? So that one, delete that one, try another one. That's a flamey coloured thing, yeah, let's have a look at that. So drag that down, play it,
what I did, you
and you can just extend it by, when you get up, when you go over it, you see that straight up line bar there now, and just drag it along, and then see if you want to change beginning on it, get to that side on it and drag it along. Saves that side on it and drag it along. If you want to split it, which I'll cover later, but I'll just show you now, it's just put your line wherever you want to split it. See, because that's your audio bar there. You see that? That's where audio is. So when you extend this bar across, you can get right into depth with audio. You can find, if you want to delete a certain word, if you've sworn you don't want it in, you can just delete that single word. See, by just stretching it out and finding the word. So that's the word there. You would right click on your mouse and press split, and then go to where end at word is, grab it there, split it there, split, and then the word you want to delete, you can either do it by just deleting audio or by deleting the audio and the video. So if I just want to delete the audio, then it's left click on mouse, right click, detach audio, audio detach. So that will separate the video file and the audio file. So now I can just delete that audio bit. I can keep the video so it looks a continuous video, and then just right click on audio and delete. But if I want to delete them both, I wouldn't have used that audio detach, I would have just gone straight for delete. But now I'm going to just right click. Oh, shut up. So now she's shut up. Now I'm just going to delete that. Just delete it, and it automatically drags the other part of video back down. So now
denied it any hot time. So
that bit's missing. See, because I've deleted it. But let's close this bar back up a bit. So see, this is a great bit of tool. This way, you just click on that, and you can extend it and things. Anyway, that's your effects. Right, pictures in pictures. Picture in picture, you don't have to use these pictures. These are just templates for you to use, that's all. You can just, if I go back to media, if I want to put a picture in picture, I can just drag another picture down onto this line here, onto this second line, this picture in picture line. And then I can decide where I want to put it. If I just want it up there, I want to rotate it. I want to make it longer so it goes all the way down side.
YouTube.
And you can also keep the audio with it, but you don't get another audio bar. I have sent him an email about that. I want another audio bar so I can check audio. Do you get me? Because now if I mute this audio, let's mute this audio. I've muted that audio on that top one. So we'll get that down onto this one. So top one's muted.
YouTube.
So that's the audio off that. So then if I unmute the top one, we should get both audios playing now.
I think. YouTube. Fucking paedophile. I think it's gonna ask.
So you can have lots of audio tracks, but you can only really get a really good look at the audio track on the top, on the original back video, what I like to call it. So the back video, then your top video, and it goes up like that. You can go, you can put loads of pictures in pictures. You can keep going down. I think I've had up to about 10 picture in pictures, but thing is, with your processing power, computer is gonna lag. So you can just keep putting picture in picture, and then just putting them in a different spot on screen. So let's just make a spot for them on screen. Click on it. Just move it across a bit somewhere. So we've got enough room to put another one in. So let's start this again now. So you can. I'm just doing it so you can just see what you can actually do.
YouTube. I think it's the YouTube. I think it's no, that's fucking paedophile. I'm just gonna ask him. Because he's still messing with kids. No, let's give him a bell. Ask him. Because he's denied it. He's denied it any whole time. Let's give him a bell. 61200. It's not malicious. I'm just asking him. That's all. 0.
So you get drift of what I'm on about now, and you can add effects to them as well. And if you just want to get shut them and you can't be asked doing it separately, just left click your mouse, open a box, delete a lot. Left click your mouse, go over the top of one of them, right click your mouse, delete. Left click your box, right click your mouse, delete. That's it. So we've been up to P and P's. Transitions. Now then, let's go back and put a couple of bits of media file in. Say you want to do a transition between two different bits of video, or you just want to split one video and put a transition in between. But we'll do it with two different separate ones. Right? So we've got that video file and that video file. So at present, once that video file finishes,
Hi.
1 second.
Fucking nonce.
Whatever's going off there, and it jumps straight to that one. But with a transition, you've got a lot of options here. You've got loads and loads, to be honest. I generally like this dissolve, but you can extend length at transition.
It's way to you fucking nonce.
So then it dissolves into the next picture.
Yeah. 1, 2, 1.
So that's one transition, but to swap a transition, you'd put that one in instead if I want. Just swap it over. Do it with a grid.
Nonce.
Loads and loads of different transitions you can use. And then the next one on the list is intros. You can either use one of their intros that's free. It's free. They're all free, you know what I mean? Like this. I've never even seen this curtain one. Have a look at this one. Video edited text here. I were hoping curtains were going to open. Oh, they do. Oh, that's alright, isn't it? Woohoo! So, but that's, and you can add your text, you can change your text using, you ain't got to stand with normal settings, you can use all these text bubbles during your speech and things like that. But that's just the basics. I'll do another video, but this is just to show you what you can do and what you can't do. And, oh, sorry, there's these. I've gone along all this row, haven't I? Oh, sounds, sorry. These are sounds that come with it that you can use. Sorry, but you can add your own. But these are good just to add in. So when you want to add a sound, you just drag it down like before and just. So you, pretty simple. So that's all that list done. All this list is really, it don't really make any difference because it's all part of what all this is. But this one here, this is your microphone. So you click that. So now it's going to use my microphone from the computer, or I can change it to use my mobile mic. Oh, different mics. So you just click whichever one you want to use. So I'd do it, pretend I'm doing it from computer mic. I press that, give a 3-second warning, and then it'll start recording whatever I'm saying there. But I'm also running alongside of what's... Stop it a minute. So we're also running alongside what's originally on that audio, so it didn't sound right good. So now when this plays back, if I drag this down here, you're going to get both bits of audio, me talking and start recording whatever I'm saying there. But I'm also running alongside of what's... Stop it a minute. So what the best bet is, what I usually do is, if I'm going to record any audio of it top or anything, is I'll either mute the original audio which by left clicking on it and pressing mute, that's going to make that quiet. So now I can see what I'm talking about on this screen, but the original audio is being muted. So all I'm gonna now when I 1 second. So now when I start recording this, why isn't that muted? Oh, it is muted. I just clicked on the wrong bit. So now it's just recording my audio of it top. So I can stop that now, and then I can go back to that and click back on that, right click and unmute it. So now this audio will play and that audio, but this audio hasn't got that audio in the background. So now when I start recording this, why isn't that muted?
Yeah.
Oh, it is
1,
muted.
2, 1, 2. No, can't do that.
I just clicked on the wrong bit. So now it's just recording my audio of it top. So that's about it really for basics. So let me just delete all this. So left click mouse, drag her up, alt lock there, bump 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 bump, right click mouse, delete. So that's deleted everything. So let's just do a basic video. Right, we'll import a couple of video files, delete a little bit out of one of them. So media, we'll start with an intro. But I'm not going to use one of their intros. I'm just going to use a black screen intro. So I'm going to go up to user album, sample color, black, drag it down, then go to text. I'll do a fade in intro. Double click that, so then I'm into text box here. The text box appears, so you can put your text in, and then just put something like "fuck you, YouTube." So it doesn't look very clever there, does it? So what I can do is center it, you know, so all words are separated, and you can use different fonts. There's loads and loads and too many fonts, but you can use all sorts of different fonts. Just change the size of the letters, change the colour of the letters. All pretty simple stuff, but it does what it says on the tin. So there you go, that's it. That's the intro for this video, and then the content of the video. We'll import some content. So let's get back out now. Let's go to user album again. Let's import some content. Let's import. Right, if you want to import one file, you can just click on it in the middle and press open. But if you want to import more than one file, you need to click on the top corner. So you can import two at the same time, or three, or four, or if you want to import all lot, just find a spot where there's no there and left click your mouse button and drag it across. So now that will import all them videos. To take a couple of seconds because they're quite long videos, I think them. Right, so they're all imported. So now, if I wanted to use all them at once, I would just, because they're all still, you see now they've got that a light coloured box around them. If I click on one of them now, and hold my left mouse button down, I'll be able to drag them all into my timeline in order that they were before. But I don't want that, so you need to find an empty spot and just left click mouse and then just drag a video file into there. So let's pretend we're going to do a video file there, but I want a different video running up in top corner. So I'll drag another video down there and drag it into that box. Then double left click on it there, and then move it into top corner. So that video now is going to run simultaneously. But if I want to stop the audio on one of these two tracks, it's just left click and then right click and then mute. So I've muted that one, or if you want to do that one, it's left click then right click then mute. But I don't want to mute it, so I'll go back to that. So I'll do all this stuff later. I'll do green screen, chroma key and all that stuff later. But this is just basics. This is just, so now we've got an intro for video. We're going to have that video running at top corner, and we're going to have this video running.
Alright YouTube, this is just an update on
So, say I want to edit a little bit out now, so it's just, say I've swore in, I don't want it in video, so I just find where beginning at swear word is, say it's that peak there, so then I right click on my mouse, I press split, then I go across to other side of that peak, right click on my mouse, I press split, and then like I said before, now I can click that, and now I can either audio detach it and then delete the audio, or I can just delete the video bit and the audio bit. So I'll just delete that. So that's the words gone missing.
This is, I put this down.
See, you can't really tick because the screen ain't moved because it's a flat
Update
surface.
on this is.
Let me start that again because it jumped that audio then, didn't it? Right, so play it.
Alright YouTube, this is just an update on this is.
See, that word's missing there.
Part 2. It's not.
So that's it. So then say you want to put a little thing at end, call for action or whatever they fucking call it, all these professional YouTube motherfuckers. But call for action, you can either use the intro credits, which are here, use one of them, or just use like I did for intro in beginning, just go to user albums, sample colors, black, double left click, well, when I'm back in there, return. Right, so sorry, I'm getting confused then. Right, you've dragged that down, so now you need your text. So it's text, drag the text, whichever text you want, pressing that, drag the text whichever you want down to your text bar, double left click, bye. So that's the video, so the video will play to the end.
Time for a bro. She on the flip side, baby.
And then you exit. And if you want to have a fancy transition for between clips, just put one in like that.
She on the flip side, baby.
But you can use that halfway through a video, you can use it anytime you want. You just split the video whenever you want, or if you add in different sections. Right, I'll do that then. So we split this video there now. So, right, I need to go back to user albums, and I'm gonna stick this video in middle there. Because it's a nice little short one there. So let's do a transition then. Let's do a rolling transition on that side, and a funny screen kind of transition on this side. So let's drag line to there. So let's
vote on it and comment on it. Good, bad, ugly, the lot. Thank you very much. Nick James Slatter is good, bad, ugly.
That's it.
He ain't copyrighted.
That's the very basics for you.
Right, catch you later. Time for a bro. She on the flip side, baby.
So that's basic editing with this software. It's cheap software. Like I said, there's better art. Well, there's more complicated art. There's Sony Vegas, Camtasia, fucking all sorts. But for what I do, it suits my needs. And price suits my pocket. Right, catch you later.